Okay, welcome to the March 2nd meeting of the Norton Permanent Building Committee. 3 permanent members being present and 2 alternatives being present. We're going to call the meeting to order. Bob Medeiros,
Yes,
was there any correspondence?
there was none, and I was there yesterday, so there's nothing in the mailbox.
Oh, that's good. No news is good news at this point. Okay, Mark, do we have any minutes?
We do not.
Okay, that's fine. Then let's just dive into the agenda. Hopefully this won't take too long this evening. The first update is that the brochures that we have ordered through DBBW have arrived and they are at the town hall. And we need to figure out how we're going to distribute these around the community. Jim Slattery has offered to do the deliveries, but we need to let him know where we would like these. Draw. Pardon?
How many do we have?
We have 500.
500. It's really not that many.
No. But the price grew quite a bit, you know, if you went above 500. So, you know, trying to be frugal here. So where would we like to distribute these?
BOA.
Okay.
Yep. I'd like to put some at Michelle's store.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm making a list here. So the COA. And whose store, please?
Michelle's store, corner of North Worcester Street.
Is it called Michelle's store?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just.
Tedeschi's.
Pardon?
How about
The
the
old
coffee?
Tedeschi's,
Tedeschi's, yeah.
the old one, it's now Michelle's.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
see?
Yep.
I still shop at Fernandes, so don't do this new stuff with me. Okay, Michelle's store.
How
Yeah.
about some of the coffee shops, Dinah?
Okay, Honeydew.
Yep.
We want like Ace Hardware or Produce Barn? How busy?
Yeah.
Ace Produce Barn.
Library,
Yep.
Okay, is the can you go into the Dunkin' Donuts now on out over
East Main Street.
495 down East Main Street?
I think you can. I think you can.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And where else? What other
About the sports gas station?
Which
gas
one?
sports?
It's not sports now. It's
Speedway? MAS.
Speedway?
Hess. Hess. The Hess?
No, it's
No,
Speedway. Yes, Speedway.
Speedway.
I still go to Scott's. I know we're having a memory lane through here through Norton.
How about in the dentist offices? A lot of the elderly go there.
Okay,
I was thinking, how about over at 120 West Main Street?
what is 120? West Main
Sorry,
Street?
senior housing,
Okay,
Senior housing.
How about CVS and Walgreens?
okay, we can check there.
I don't know if the post office is putting anything out on the workstations. I don't know if they would.
would they let us? I don't know.
I don't
Maybe at the very least, maybe pin some up on their corkboard, or one, open it up or something.
Okay,
How about Kelly's?
Ellie's. Yep.
okay, Kelly's.
Mansfield Bank, or now Bluestone.
Bluestone Bank.
Oh, the banks, good idea.
Banks. Northeast and Savings Bank.
I don't know, the corkboards, or
Uh,
if they have a place.
Yeah, the lobbies are open right now.
The lobbies
Yep.
are open at the moment.
Northeast Bank.
Yep.
Northeast and Savings Bank.
Okay, and of course, the town hall.
I think it's still closed, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
They plan to open 22nd,
We were gonna, what day, please, Bob?
around the 22nd,
22nd?
if everything goes right.
Was someone gonna ask about putting it in that little,
The
book
little library?
folder? Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember who was gonna follow up on that.
I can ask when I go in, see if we can
Yeah,
reach out to the Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts do that? Okay. And what do you think, 15 at each location?
Well, we got 17 locations right now.
Right,
No, what?
So it's like 25 max per location, unless you want to, some are more busy than others.
okay. 25 max.
Yeah, 25 times 20 is that right?
25 times 20 is what? Yeah, that's 500.
Yeah.
He says glibly, being really horrible at math.
We come up with 20 locations, that's 25 per location.
And we have 17,
Yeah, I got 17 written down. But
How about home
Hey,
plate in
Diana, I
Norton?
who said Dinah?
Diana, Joe Bida.
Oh,
Good evening,
Joe.
everybody.
Good evening, Joe.
How are you all? Good evening.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm in the car. I don't know if it's useful, but of course, all the 5 schools can be a distribution of information to the front office. They are open to the public to come in for business to do with children,
Okay,
as well as my office. So people do pop in, as you know, to just drop off a note or whatever. We could set up a small little table that just has information. I can't do much more beyond information, as you know, but
right.
happy to do so if you think it'll work.
Okay, that's good.
you could give the school 25 and they could distribute where they think it's best.
Where they think it's best, and maybe have one at the desk that people can share.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Peter had said home
We have
plate.
had some.
Home plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
What about Bog Iron?
Bog iron, oh, yes.
Okay,
Norton House of Pizza gets a lot of play from a lot of different people. That's starting from 11 until 11. I know a lot of my staff picks up lunch there. The college kids, they're going to be back, and they're probably voters.
okay. Well, this should set Jim
Same
on
thing
a
with
lovely,
Subway.
this should set Jim on a lovely trip, for the next couple of days.
Yep.
Did anybody want to offer to, assist him in this?
I'll help them.
Okay.
I'll get with Jim and help him.
All right, and I will send him the list and tell him that you're going to,
Yeah.
you're gonna go out there and help him with it, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know.
Dinah, his wife will appreciate this distribution very much.
Yeah.
got it.
Are these flyers something that can be taken a snapshot of to go on all of the social media?
We already have the PDF up on the
Oh.
school site, the town hall site, the building committee page. You know, so we've got that distributed fairly well, I think.
I believe Jack put it on Facebook as well. Yeah, and Joe had sent it out district-wide. Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it went district-wide to all the parents.
Nice.
Yep, and it's gonna go out again. So it's hit 2,434 different emails.
That's great, Joe.
That's good.
So
And I believe Jack posted it on Norton for Everyone and then shared that post on all the different Norton Facebook pages as well.
All right.
I did do that. Yep.
Can we do a robocall just to alert people that, there's informational flyers, throughout Norton?
I don't know if the town can do that, can they?
I don't think the town can do that.
no, they can only provide that there's an election. You can't provide information one way or the other.
You
Um,
can't be seen in your official capacity as trying to influence how somebody might vote.
Joe, how is that any different than what we did sending it out district-wide? Just information. We're not telling people how to vote.
Right. The difference is mine is a utilization of school-wide information, and it's just attached to that. You're going out with one piece of information to the town. So
Okay,
that's the difference.
Right.
got it. Thank you.
So I put my stuff under the newsletters and the weekly, all of that stuff, and that's just informational, and I'm not saying anything except the information that's available.
Gotcha.
The only other thing that you could potentially do is, and that would be if, as Sherry, you know, and that's if you had a registered organization, then you can pretty much do anything you want.
Yeah.
I think this is a good way. I think we're gonna get a lot of coverage. Joe, I did see our little TV shtick on the cable tonight, so that is out there for people to see.
And also,
Well, my only problem with it is I've already been told I'm obese and I'm going in for my first shot next week, so now I have to look at myself on the TV. It's even worse.
Oh, no, don't do that. No, don't.
Hey, Jack.
Hopefully it's out there and it gets questions. I hope that's what came from that TV show, is that people are just going to ask questions and maybe sway a vote or two, and that's all you can do.
That's all we can do. Yeah, no, I have my email out there. I have not received an email yet.
Right.
So I was just going to ask Jack, is that something you want to pick that up and put that all over Facebook too, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, sure. We can figure it out between the two of us.
Okay.
I
We'll
did
send-
solicit for questions with my most recent post from not last weekend, the weekend before. We only
Yeah.
got 3 very basic questions, and it was, why do we need a senior center? Why do we need a town hall? So simple things. I think we can probably come up with additional questions to build out our FAQ amongst us to help address some of those unasked questions.
Well, I think that's good.
Yeah.
The information is out there and we're doing a good job of doing that, so.
that's right.
Is there any sign, is there
Dinah,
any signage?
Excuse me, Mark?
Dinah, I'd probably just tell Jim, pass out 20 at each of these spots.
20?
Yeah. Well, you're up to 21 or 22. I got written down here.
Okay,
So that's like 20 each. Give you a couple of spares in case someone runs out.
yeah, we should probably hold a couple back just to have them.
And I posted the booklet on the Facebook newsfeed. Also, I put it on Spirit and Norton News with Peter J. Wings so people can see it.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Okay, is there anything else?
What about signage? Is there any signage?
No, not that I know of, not yet.
Has anybody seen these yet?
The booklets?
I've
Yeah.
seen the PDF.
PDF?
I got one yesterday. They're pretty nice.
Are they nice?
Uh,
They look good?
They look really good, yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm very sorry that your name got left off.
No big deal.
What is?
Dinah, it's more of a,
Just a second, Joe.
Dinah,
Just
okay,
just a moment.
Yep.
Bob?
Yeah, as long as they don't leave it off my gravestone.
Oh, okay. Joe? Joe,
are
you're up.
there any, thank you, without knowing how to say this the right way, I'm just gonna say it and then somebody can maybe say it in a better way. Are there any traditional anti-folks that are willing to be pro on this project?
I haven't heard. Jack, do you have any idea on that?
I think there's 2 folks that come to mind as ones that typically lead the charge against increased taxes. And that would be Reverend Wanamaker and Ralph Stefanelli. I know the Reverend has been very involved in advocating for the senior center, so perhaps I don't know who has the best relationship with him on that. As for Ralph, I should not be the one to ask him. He's not a fan of mine, but perhaps someone else would be willing to gauge his level of enthusiasm for these projects.
Well, Ralph likes the senior citizen center. I've already talked to him about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bob Briscoe, do you have a relationship with Reverend Wanamaker through the COA?
Yes, I can talk to him.
Okay, that would be helpful.
I'm only suggesting because with certain core people, anyone who's typically more conservative in the views of taxation and support the project can swing a few votes because they can make an argument for it. And again, I know one of those two folks better than the other, but and have had significant disagreements, but yet have really good conversations. So, be willing to reach out as well.
Okay. Well,
I can chat.
all sides are good to engage at the moment, so that's nice.
I'll
Bob
chat with-
Briscoe?
Diana, I'll chat with Ralph too. He's a neighbor of mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about this evening is the, how the purchase of the Clemmy property is going, but the town manager has not been able to join us. Jack, do you have any updates on that?
The only update I have is that he is in progress, and Mr. Clemmy is looking to spend more time to ensure that he is maintaining the rental income that property is delivering to him by the contractors that are using it for the 123 project. So it sounds like it's more a language issue. Doesn't sound like there's any holdups that would prevent that going forward. But I know, Diana, you and I spoke of our concern of not having this property under a purchase and sale by the time we go to the vote. It's going to make us look pretty foolish.
It is. I think this is something that does need to be wrapped up sooner rather than later. I mean, the Mansfield Avenue property is secured until we have a vote both at the election and at town meeting. And I think this needs to be pushed along, and I think I'm going to be quite adamant about that. I don't want the building committee advocating for building on a piece of private property. That's not what we want to do.
Probably can't do that anyways.
No.
When is the contractor's lease up? Do you know, Jack?
He's got about 3 years there.
3 years?
3 years?
Yep. Yeah, they're gonna be on 123 for 4 years. They're gonna be tearing that road apart, so he's gonna be there a while.
Is that the same contractor though? I thought the contractor there now is doing the utility work. Or is he the same contractor?
I don't know.
Yeah, Mike was light on details when he was mentioning this particular thing. I can't imagine that we would be willing to wait 3 to 4 years for the work to be done. So hopefully we can find a middle ground on that. So I will take that as an action to stay on top of Mike and make sure that we have a proper update and hopefully a purchase and sale soon.
Yes, because that's going to be a problematic question that we're going to have to answer.
I don't see why we can't get a commitment letter from Clemmy, all right, to let him use that property, all right, until we're ready to build on it. That makes
Absolutely, just build in a certain amount of notice for him to be able to demobilize the contractors, and we should be good. I agree, Bob.
Yeah, there's plenty of time there, as long as we have it in hand. We gotta have it.
Yeah, and we have to have it prior to April.
Before the
and I
meeting,
would,
Yeah.
before.
because if we go to town meeting with that in our hand, we're shoveling crap against the tide.
Well said.
Don't say anything.
Okay. So Jack, you're going to light a fire under this. Okay, and then just a wrap up of last week's Capital Improvements Committee. Some of us were there. I thought the meeting went fairly well. They did not vote. They will be voting next Monday evening, when they meet again on whether or not to support the project or not. But I appreciate the time that the capital outlay took to meet with us. And, you know, it's not really a capital outlay project, but it was very nice to meet with them anyway. I still don't have a date as to when we will go to the Finance Committee. Jack, have you heard anything on their scheduling?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time getting on and off mute. I have not heard anything yet. I think they're still working on the budget elements. They haven't gotten to the warrant articles yet.
Okay,
And I'll, 'll, uh, I'll, uh, I'll, uh, make sure I can follow up on that.
all right. All right.
And I'll, make sure I can follow up on that.
All right.
Absolutely, just build in a certain amount of notice for him to be able to demobilize the contractors, and we should be good. I agree, Bob.
those are the three basic things that we're basically in a holding pattern, getting the word out, going to the committee meetings and leading up to the election and to town meeting.
Dana, can we just talk about signs? Because I know we emailed back and forth about that, about how we're going to address that.
Yes, please.
So I know the signs that we have, you know, like Jack mentioned, they just say vote yes. So I know with two different questions on the ballot, that might get a little bit confusing. The issue that we may have though is, you know, trying to raise money to buy other signs just for this project, just for this debt exclusion. That might get really tricky. I don't necessarily want to be involved with that just because of what I've already gone through of people calling me into town hall every 2 seconds about, you know, a political campaign. So I don't know how we get around that.
Well, we do have, we have the yes signs. And we also have signs that say vote for Town Hall Senior Community Center.
So the vote yes signs are mine from the overrides we've attempted before. So they just say vote yes. And I sent you guys a picture of that.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought we determined the other signs we were not going to use because it only has 2 out of the 3 projects listed
Right.
on.
I was just saying that those, you know, those are out there, but yes, it's only 2 out of the 3.
Right.
So how many signs do we think, that we would want? Because I can look into pricing, and I don't mind starting the ballot question committee to be able to raise funds. I do think that we should have specific signs for this if we go that route, just for clarity. Is it 50? Is it 100?
I have no experience with putting signs.
Well, the last time we used 24 signs.
Okay. So why don't I'll look up pricing for 50.
I would
And
definitely
then-
think 50 at a minimum.
Yeah. Okay. So I will work on that this week, as well as taking another look at the setup of the ballot question committee, and make sure that I'm allowed to start one. Gets a little bit murky with elected folks, and then I know town hall employees aren't allowed. So this is, I think, where we ran into the issue with our working group. There's
Right.
just not enough unaffiliated people to be willing
yeah.
to do that.
That was the problem. Okay, so I'm going to put your name down, Jack. Okay, anything else to come before this committee this evening? This is a really short and sweet meeting. You know, please talk to anybody that, you know, that you see. I've been to a couple of parent-teacher groups to speak to them. Any group that, you know, would like to have us and somebody from the building committee to come, please let us know. We'll, you know, and I'm volunteering all of us to go.
Dinah,
Yes, Mark.
back to our list, would St. Mary's let us put something in the back entranceway? Booklets, just
Oh, I
thinking.
don't know.
Or any of the churches.
Dana, I don't know if you'd be interested in emailing the booklet to the sports organizations in town. If we get the president of, you know, NYBS and Norton Youth Soccer and football, you know, maybe
Sure, I
they,
can- If you just send me their email addresses, I'd be more than happy because I have it right here on the machine and I can just get it off as a PDF and send it right out to them.
yeah, it may be worth hitting all of the sports organizations in town via email and then asking if they can share it on their social media.
Okay. Do you have access to their addresses, Sherry?
I can look them up. I can just go on each website.
Oh, okay, because I have, you know, that I'm kind of away out of that community group.
Sadly, I'm getting there too. My kids are that much older that I'm out of it too, but I'll just go on their websites and look up who the presidents are now.
Okay, and just if you shoot me that, then I will get those out as soon as you get them to me. That'll be good.
Yep, I'll do it tonight.
Thank you.
The VFW is having a grab and go oil dinner on the 13th. And if signs were made or any, I think we're looking at probably at least 50 meals. So I wouldn't ask for a flyer for each, but if there's any way to advertise or post something there, I think the VFW would be willing to do that.
Okay, Can we get some brochures out there to them? I mean, what is the grab and go? People come in and just. grab
I'm
them
sorry,
in?
yeah, it's a grab and go boiled dinner, $10 each meal, and people, it's just open to whoever wants to come through. So we're
Fundraiser.
expecting
That's
at least 50 cars coming through at some point. Just be another avenue to get their attention.
First 20 could get a booklet.
Yeah.
For Groton residents.
Share it with your friends.
Okay, and that's on March 13th?
It is Saturday, noon till the food's gone.
Okay. 313 BFW. We'll get something there. And I did want to talk with Mike Viveris about renderings that we need to be able to take to town meetings, the town meeting with us. Remember how we had renderings of the projects the last time?
Yeah,
And
he should be
Joe-
able to just print the ones he has full size.
Yeah, and I know that Joe has renderings, so that'll be good. Hi, Anna. So that'll be good. Oh, and Anna, I can ask you we're here. Possibly getting renderings.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what format?
Just full
Sorry,
size.
I missed the conversation before.
No, just
What for?
full size for displaying at town meeting.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. And Joe Byetta, do you have your hand up?
No, that's called hitting the wrong button while you're kicking your daughter out of the car.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So just hopefully the car wasn't moving when you did that. So,
I was parked.
good. All right. And I think, is there anything else to come before us? I think we're just about done.
Yeah, just the next meeting's March 16th,
March 16th.
6 o'clock. And then 30th.
Yes, it is.
March 30th, 6 o'clock.
The 16th and the 30th. And as soon as we have a date for the finance committee, I will let you know. Don't forget that capital outlay is meeting next Monday evening to take a vote on this if you'd like to pop in just to see what the vote is. It's not a discussion meeting, but we'll do that. Monday evening, yes.
They meet at 7. I think.
No, we're 6 o'clock because finance committee's at 7.
Okay, yes, it is from 6 to 7 next week.
Yeah.
So just just if you're nosy and want to pop in and see what's going on. So I'll shoot an email off to Jim. And Bob,
I'll talk to Jim and also talk to Ralph and Paul Wanamaker.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion's made.
Do I have a second?
Seconded?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Diana.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, everyone.